quite hard to get here. The video you're about to see is a failed tape from the old team channel. That's why I decided to run his name and write the guys in the video aren't a part of the team anymore. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it and telling you now. This, this is the most god awful video I've ever recorded. Hey everybody, welcome to Team Silver Fox Devil. I'm Bill Doy. Have a good weekend. Sign up.
I'm Maxiel, aka Greg, the psychotic one of the bunch. I also accept payments in souls.
Wow. I just went.
Really? That earned a wow? Damn, I am working easy today. Holy shit.
Look for Gun 99.
Yeah.
AK Hotman.
I think he means cat dick.
That too.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And you are?
I'm Kosei Arima, aka Jesse.
Yep. This is a new format. Instead of reviewing one enemy, we're reviewing 3 enemies.
Well, you can't really say new format. This is being uploaded to a new channel. What we're going to do here is review anime. Our old show, when we still had that up, we would review one show, but we had issues with, time restraints and getting off track really badly. We're a little bit more focused this time around, so we're going to try to do 3 shows every show. So 3 different seasons, a series to go from. You'll get a bit more variety this time around, and hopefully you guys enjoy.
Yep. And don't forget Jesse will be going first, and me and myself are going second.
And then we have a group one we'll all do together.
Yep.
In the meantime, I'll be in the dungeon doing Max Steel things.
Hey, leave Steve
aka
alone.
fapping to furries.
No, he's gonna fuck with Steve. Leave Steve alone.
But Steve just sounds so cute when I stab him.
Patch a lot of holes this time.
Groans and whimpers are just adorable. It's like kicking a puppy. You just can't do it once.
Hey, we should really change King Maxiel's name to Drama Queen Maxiel.
Call me that one more time. I'll hunt you down, kill your family, and make you lunch.
Maxiel.
Back to what we were doing.
Well,
So me and Jesse are going first. So
Yeah.
let's start our part of the review. We are going to be talking our opinions on Cat Planet Cuties.
In my opinion, it's a really good harem anime anyway.
Well,
You
it's
know,
a
great storyline.
well, it's not really a harem. I mean, yes, it does evolve around 3 girls, but I really don't see it as much as a harem.
Very true.
It's more of the romantic
You know-
comedy, but with ecchi and parody thrown in.
Mm.
Yeah. Bunch of booby graphic.
The series, in my opinion, isn't bad. I really think there was a lot of things they missed out on.
Yeah. I have to agree with you on that. And the
And they left
artwork is
them-
really great. You know?
But on top of that, they also left things out in the blue and just kind of let you kind of figure it out yourself. And to some degree, it kind of disappointed me because they left a lot of big things unanswered.
Yeah.
The freaking...
I do like the references they tie into the series, from Camphor.
There's references that I can actually name out. Like, as you all know, from the familiar Zero.
Hmm.
Yeah,
We don't want to name them all. We want them to kind of catch.
named, do what?
We don't want to name them all, but we should name a few.
Yeah. And then there's Sacred Blacksmith, and the main heroine of the show in there as well.
But besides
Wait. Sacred Blacksmith?
yes,
I didn't
Yeah,
know that was,
they're
I didn't
in
know
there.
that was out at the same time, or was it just like referencing?
it's referencing the series because the characters are actually in the show. Like
Oh.
Camphor, the girl from Camphor, the one with what was her?
Or like Durara and Volcano or whatever.
Something like that.
Alright.
I can't remember exactly what episode that was that they appeared it on. I think it was episode 5 or 6 when they
Right.
went to the mall in Tokyo.
Besides the anime itself having a very referencing other shows, the opening was actually another thing that kind of surprised me. They reference other things in the show and in the when they're announcing the name of the episode. Like when they're getting to before the episode starts, they make references to Star Trek. The opening actually has a Charlie's Angels reference in it. Like the references in the show are actually semi-tasteful. They aren't just these very, like some of them I hid, so you kind of have to pay attention to the show. You can't just, oh, okay, I'm just gonna sit here, watch this, and be done with it. There are secret little things they've hidden in the show. There's even cartoon references to a few things.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a few cartoon references throughout the whole anime.
I can't remember the name of it. It was an old cartoon. It used to be on Boomerang. It had it was like racers, like Wacky Racers, something like that.
Yeah.
Wait,
Always had that one bad guy that had the dog go.
I know exactly what you're talking about too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they reference that. I mean, they have a lot of really, really interesting references, and I like it.
Yeah.
That is literally gonna kill me if I do not if I don't look it up right now. So give me like 10 minutes, and I will reconvene with you about that anime.
But-
Cartoon.
Oh wow.
But honestly, if I'm gonna give the show a decent review, I have to point out there were a lot of things that I really, they bothered me. They really did.
Well, I give it a 9 out of 10. There's only a few things that bothered me. Yeah.
And see, and I hate saying it, this is one of my guilty pleasure animes because I just love the references and just some of the gags that are told to some degree. But even though I enjoy this anime a lot, I've watched it a few times, I have to give it a 7 out of 10. Because there are things that really need answered and they don't. So I really feel like there should have been more done.
Oh shit.
You mind if I do a little plug-in while we're waiting?
Are we waiting for freaking Queen Maxwell
call me one more time and I seriously will hunt you down and kill you.
Guys.
But like I was saying, Hardigram, do you mind if I plug something?
Go ahead.
Okay. Starting, it won't be right away, but I'm going to be doing a what if series for certain animes, and one of the first things we're working on will be Cat Planet Cuties and a few of the issues that come up that bothered me, and to kind of further go into detail of what could happen if the series got a continuation. So that will tend to be on my channel, unfortunately. But I figured I might as well point that out, that that'll be one of the things I'll be doing later on.
Wacky Racers was the name of that show, by the way.
Yeah, I told you.
Oh, I didn't hear you.
So it's your guys' go now.
For our MMA,
Would you like me to pronounce it?
please.
Yeah. The name of the anime is Jormungandr, or Jormungand. Like, the serpent from Norse mythology.
Yeah.
You can explain from there. I just figured you'd like someone that can actually pronounce it to say it.
Yeah. It's a good MMA. It's a heavily based action MMA. It's about this kid who travels an own villa, and the kid hates weapons, and he's doing this in the own villa. He remains the year much. She does.
The anime takes, feels a lot if you're into classic anime, and one of them may be, one of your favorites may be Black Lagoon. You'll love this anime. It feels very much reminiscent of that.
Yeah.
It has a lot of political ties, but political like undertones and things like that. It's a pretty good show. With I believe 12 episodes.
25.
My bad, 25. Yeah, you're right.
25. And the main chick is fucking nuts.
She reminds me a lot of Remy. Like, a lot of Remy. Absolutely bonkers.
But these guys are the good cleaners and all that shit. It was a good anime. I didn't think I would like it, but I'm a fan.
Throughout the show, I need to say this. I know, Hardigram, you love things like Sailor Moon and Magical Girls and the power of friendship. I'm going to help you dive into the dark side of anime. That is my promise to you.
But who is your favorite character?
I believe her name is Karen.
Oh, no.
The girl with the eye patch.
Oh, no. Well, what? It was like, bro.
Yeah, my bad. Valmet, that was what it was. Which one was Karen? I know there was a Karen in the show.
I can't. I think that was the blood.
Hang on. I gotta look this up now.
Huh.
But, damn it. I've watched the show at least 3 times, from beginning to end, and like each time in a single day, like just binge watched it, and I fucking forgot that. God, I'm terrible. Give me a sec.
But yeah, it feels
Yes, you are Queen Maxell.
I swear to God, I will hunt you down and skull fuck your family in front of you.
enough. Quit calling him Queen Maxwell now. But yeah, it feels like a good action anime. This is the one for you. What would you rate it as?
Me? Rate it?
Yeah,
I give it a solid 4.5.
you go out of 5.
Oh, wait, what? Out of 10 or out of 5?
10.
Out of 10?
Yeah.
I would say 9.
I have
But
to.
that's my personal opinion, and that's because this is my kind of anime.
I have to say an 8 because the ending of a cartoon.
Okay.
Now for the group anime review.
And the final anime we are going to be reviewing is Log Horizon.
I think everyone knows about Log Horizon, but I think it would be fun to review it.
So, Log Horizon has a total of 2 seasons, which for anime is surprising anymore because half the time they don't ever get a sequel to continue their story.
Yeah.
It is a action fantasy anime, which there is comedy into it, and it is based on a video game. Well, not actually based on a video game, but they're in a video game world. So it has a lot of references to video games to some degree of how leveling and XP grinding, which one of our buddies knows heavily on how that works. Max.
Wait, wait.
But
What was my cue? The MMOs and grinding?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I know.
Don't get me started.
I know a
on
few things about that.
You play a mobile game that's not an MMO.
Yeah, it's some MMO. There's all kinds of. Seriously. What if it's mobile? There's no real difference between freaking that on a console or a PC.
Have you had to pay for expansions?
Oh god.
No, but you have to pay for freaking premium items.
So it's pay to win. That's not an MMO. That's a pay to win. Fuck you. Your argument is invalid.
But back to what we were doing.
Sorry,
But, yeah.
that shit tilts me.
But back to what we were doing. Am I the main one talking about Log Horizon?
There is a little bit of a romance tied into it. There's 2 females in love with the main. One looks like they both look like middle schoolers, but we don't really know their real ages.
Well, I can say one off the back is close to being legal, and the other one, he going to jail.
Yeah, Akatsuki's the one that's closer to his age, which is the ninja.
Okay.
You know?
Out of all the things in Log Horizon that I enjoy is the attention to detail on the leveling and class systems that they implement in the side of the show.
Yeah.
I'd have to agree with you there, Greg. You know, it really brings that out.
Yeah.
Like,
it's not like they just threw it together and said, "Oh, this is how it works in this show." They actually fleshed out a proper leveling system and class system.
The
Which is
MMO.
actually really hard because a lot of MMOs, even like actual MMOs today, cannot do that properly, in my opinion.
Yeah.
If they were to ever translate this into a real game,
Right there.
I would play it. I would personally pay money to play it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Another thing I
That'd be a
actually
great
think,
game.
but one thing I actually,
I like.
Hang on, bud.
Sorry. Yeah.
one thing I found to enjoy the most in it is they aren't bound by the rules of the game previously. That when they were sent to this game world, they can affect and change the form of the world around them, and that's one thing I like. Because there's a lot of anime out there that they're starting to kind of branch into, oh, we got stuck into this game world, or we were transported into a world that's similar to games, and they really can't change their environment.
Yeah.
And I really like that.
To name a few in another world with my smartphone.
Well, we don't need to reference them. What we need to do is get the info out.
Yeah. Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So I feel something. Come on.
But,
Sorry.
one of the things I like that they paid attention to detail would have.
Bud,
And
do me
you
a favor.
might piss off some of our
Bud,
viewers
do me a
with
favor.
that one.
Disconnect, reconnect.
Yeah, you're
Right.
roboting really bad.
Yeah, you're roboting. DC, receive.
Yeah. What?
Disconnect, reconnect.
Why?
Because
You're
you're
roboting.
roboting. Oh, there you go. There we go.
Hear me now?
Hang on. Speak.
You can hear me?
Yes.
Roll over.
All right.
Paw. Good boy.
I'm talking. All right. One of the things I liked the most was the subclasses that they paid attention to. That some MMOs actually have.
Shit.
Which is actually really interesting, the subclasses that they had, like Scribe or Chef. That's only to name a few. That was one of the aspects that I liked. And I liked how they can, do stuff that they couldn't do in the video game itself.
I'm gonna make him buy a computer if I have to hold
Yeah.
point.
And I'd like to see a third season of it, because they kind of left us with a cliffhanger. Do what? Don't tell me I have to freaking disconnect and reconnect again.
Oh, we can hear you.
Alright.
Yeah.
But one of the things that they did do to us was leave us with a cliffhanger at the very last episode. I mean, there's a total of 50 episodes in that.
Yeah, we don't want to spoil it. We're just giving a review.
Oh.
True. Okay, I'm sorry for spoiling that part. I promise not to do that no more.
You didn't give details, you just told about a cliffhanger. So we'll
Yeah,
leave it
they
at that.
did leave us with a cliffhanger, dude.
Yeah,
Didn't
no,
you
that's
notice that in
that's
the
what
last
I'm saying.
episode?
You didn't spoil too much, you just said a cliffhanger, so you didn't really spoil details. You're good. That's what I was saying.
And I mean, it does have the animating of romance in it. Like I was saying earlier with Katsuki and Momika. And there's also I can't remember her name, but she was part of the debauchery tea party with Hiro. Stop. What are you doing?
Well,
Spoilers. Spoilers.
we video.
You gave away a big key point, unfortunately.
Walk over to the car. But yeah, I will stop my. Yeah. Go ahead and look at the cars at all of them, just in case. I'm Captain Spoiler Alert, but I'm not going to spoil it no more. I will leave it off to someone else to talk about it, like Shane or Matt. Look at all the cars you wanted to.
I did look at them. There ain't no more.
There's 3.
Okay. Me being a big time gamer, I like the anime. I do. It captures every single MMO has, and I give them props for that, because not every human in the main does that. So, it's good, and, again, if you're into gaming anime, check
Well, if you're a fan of the fantasy adventure genre, it would be something I would recommend as well.
Yeah.
I'll give it a 10 out of 10 because it has a great storyline.
Yeah. It's the Long Horizon. It's not the Japanese name or anything. Easy to look up. Greg, what will you rate it at?
Log Horizon, I would rate at a firm 9.5.
Well, go.
Well, once again, I do like the show, but I still feel like there were things that needed to be kind of touched on. So, I'll give it an 8.5 out of 10.
Yeah. I gotta admit, though, they were probably planning on a 3rd season, but they never went through with it.
But anyway,
there's a lot of anime that didn't touch on some subjects that you would think they would have in that season, but they never did. And then they leave you a clip the freaking
Okay, so now, Hardigram, what's your personal rating on this?
I give it an 8. It's not my favorite anime, but it wasn't bad. And again, I like what they did with the MMO aspect of it.
Okay.
So,
I think it's about time we wrap this up.
Yeah.
It has to be, an hour-long thing.
no,
So this is Love for Go.
how are you,
Maxiel.
and
Very much.
we are